right side, or my right monitor, so I can actually see people talking. That would be the ideal thing to do. Alright, what's up, everyone? Welcome to our 5th podcast. This is a regular thing now, apparently, that we've been doing for each leg. And, yeah. This is the map. Numbers was having some trouble getting this map, like, downloaded and stuff in time, which is all good. So we're not gonna have, like, all of the carpets while he's doing that right now. So that's pretty cool. But, yeah, this was a good leg, I'd say, for us. would you say this is a good leg for us?
For sure. Yeah. Redemption leg for sure, all the way.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And for those who are popping in now, our guest, as usual, will be at the end of the... not the end. It's not even the end of the podcast. Middle of the podcast, probably around a half hour from now. We'll get Unique from Team in here. And I'm mostly going to let them talk about their experience in this league, because I kind of want it to be, like, I don't know, their podcast too. They can just talk about, like, blue teams, what they kind of did throughout the challenges. Kind of what we've been doing through, our own thing. What's up, Chaz?
Yeah.
How are you? But yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna be doing. And yeah, there was, I don't remember, did it say it in the episode that we were supposed to thank the pilot? I don't think it did.
We were talking about that as a joke
Okay.
before at the start.
Yeah, I think before the leg started, Billy was like, remember to thank the pilot, guys. So that's why everyone in the episode was thanking the pilot. And then Black Team was not so thanking to the pilot. But yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Yeah, if you don't remember what they said, it was just like, they were pretty disrespectful. How dare they? The pilot drove us here. Or flew us here, I guess. But yeah, this is where we started. Pretty cramped, actually. All the other starting spots were nice, but this was very cramped. I don't even know if I'm in the right plane, actually, now that I think about it. I don't think it matters.
Tried to pick out the right plane. I put purple carpets in it.
Yeah, I was not in the plane with purple carpets. So this is the area where we were finding, I think it was like the coin, right? And here's the thing with this. I did not want to make the same mistakes we had in the past when it comes to finding stuff. In Leg 2, if you guys remember our wonderful Leg 2 with Melon Chest, what we tried to do was follow Green Team to like see what they did, but they still somehow found it before us. So this time, when I said I was going to follow someone, I meant it. I was trailing Unique like a bloodhound, okay? Like, for a good bit. I wasn't even looking for myself because I was not confident in my finding skills at this point. As you guys can probably imagine through our leg performance. So I was just trailing Unique, like, the entire time. Like, wherever he went, I was there with him. That's why the second he found that you were supposed to go up on the top and, like, go down into the little area over there, I was like, yeah, I found it! Hello, Madeline. George, I'm so happy I was early to find the coin. Yeah, everyone found it early except for Black Team, I think, because we all kind of found it together. But yeah, no, I don't know if I would have found the coin myself if it wasn't for, Blue Team showing me the way. And then Numbers, I think, when I found the clue and read off the chords, you kind of just went there right away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how we were able to pull ahead in first, which is actually pretty interesting, because I don't know what Unique was doing in here, but he was kind of just chilling reading the clue. And then I was like, I just read really quick and we got out of there really fast. So I guess maybe he was waiting for Eglin. I'm not really sure. Oh, hello, Unique. Yes. Yeah, no problem, man. I would not have found that without you. We actually managed to copy someone's homework correctly this time, unlike Leg 2.
Yeah,
so yeah, I don't think... Where do we go after this? We just went to the station, right? Okay, you got a little bit of the carpets marked out.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was just the trail that we went. Yep, okay. I don't really know how we got out of here first. There was like a unspoken rule that was like, hey, whoever gets here first, we're gonna wait patiently. I kind of just subconsciously thought there would be like a fight for the minecarts. But when we got here, I was surprised to see everyone was waiting for us to leave. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I probably would have waited for you, like, to leave together or whatever. But it was just funny how everyone was just like, oh, we're taking turns going down. So we pretty much all left at the same time. There wasn't really that big of a lead, but we were excited to finally be in first for once. Although we were first in Leg 2. So, for a good bit, too. I'm gonna go down this place. I think this is the correct minecart trail, right?
It is. I've led us down the right way, and then once you get out, I've marked out the carpets for the most part.
I might have gone the wrong way. We'll see.
Oh, okay. You'll notice, like, it's like a bit of an awkward tunnel towards the end there.
Yeah, I think I might have gone the right way. You didn't mark the whole path, obviously.
I didn't mark the whole minecart path. Like, there wasn't really a place to put down carpets.
Was it really this long of a ride? Dang.
It was. They cut out a lot of these like long traveling distance kind of
Wait,
things.
is this Concord Commons? Oh yeah, okay, I see the purple carpets. All right. Coolio. So yeah, we got right here. First place. We gave there was supposed to be a lion statue here. Or wait, where is
Uh,
it? Oh, it's over here. Never mind.
yeah.
Okay. I don't really
So
remember
we
much
kind
of
of
this
did a bit
trail.
of a loop around, got to the lion statue. Let me TP to you actually.
It was this long of a walk? What the heck? No way it was this long. I must have
It
taken the
was.
wrong.
It
Wait,
was this. Yeah.
did I pass the lion statue? Was it over
Oh
here?
yeah. You absolutely did. I forgot to switch the carpets. The lion statue.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, guys. I'm competent. George is
The
like,
lion
you're following
statue.
e-girls. Is this
Yeah.
supposed to be the lion statue, by the way? This.
Nope. Come down this way over here. The
Oh, okay,
lion
here's the
statue.
lion statue. All right, gotcha. So yeah, we gave the lion statue to the checker, and then like, wait, we gave the lion statue to the checker. Ah, yes, we each
You
had a
get
portable
the
lion statue.
coin to the checker.
Yeah, it was like a coin, like an offering or something, and then we got our clue. And then we remained in first for a little bit here. I mean, this challenge was actually something I'm really proud of our performance in this challenge in particular. Even though it didn't really keep our lead like crazy, I thought we were doing way better than every other team. But apparently, the 3 teams behind us were all together. But this is where we did our crazy navigation, and you really don't have to map it all out numbers.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
just
yeah,
get
yeah.
to the church. But we went through the entire city, and yeah, it was just really dumb directions. Like I said, 11, or I didn't say, like the show said, 11 pages of just really ridiculous, questions that were like, turn right here, but it didn't say turn right here. It's like, don't you want pizza? I know you want pizza. Don't take the pizza. It smells really good, but you really don't need the pizza. Turn left. And then it would continue on. It's like, did you get the pepperoni on the pizza? Stuff like that. It didn't actually say that, but basically just
Absolute
nonsense, and then you had to find the
chaos, yeah.
directions in there, yeah. But I'd say together we worked pretty good communication wise. I did mention this in the last podcast that numbers basically took control of the entire leg and I was useless. But if I can say this, I feel like I was pretty good this leg, like in terms of like making executive decisions and stuff. Right? I don't know.
So yeah, this
Wait,
is
oh, wait,
the
where
one
are
we
we
hopped
now?
down onto.
Oh,
the
that's right.
potted plants. This was. I actually thought that they built this, but this is part of the build itself. There's just
Yeah, it's like a
ton of
rooftop
potted
garden.
plants. And then we hopped down over here, and then there's something like we had to make this crazy insane.
Oh
parkour.
yeah, so this is
I
actually a
thought that I
pretty
was gonna
hard jump.
fail.
I thought I was gonna fail. It's actually not that hard. But when I did it, I could like get a feel of, oh, it's hard because I just
Yeah.
barely made it. I'm like, oh, you got this, numbers. It's not that bad. I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah, we actually succeeded.
It could be worse. But yeah, it is a decently hard jump that if you mess that up, like there, you would. I don't really know what we would have done if we would have messed up. I feel like we would have just like tried to restart it instead of. I don't know. What would we have done if we missed there?
I think that if you made it and I missed, we
I would have just continued without you.
Yeah, because the pickup places, there's these trees over here, and
Oh, tree
we
parkour,
actually
that's right.
hopped down to do the tree parkour.
Did everyone do the tree parkour, or was it just us? Like, was this the intended path? I'm a bit confused here. Because you
Not
can't get up here
entirely
without the
sure.
trees, so it's like...
I'm pretty sure that it was the intended path to do tree parkour, or you
Okay.
could have done something where you climbed into the building and went up. The
This map
staircase
is
that
making
way.
me lag sometimes. Like, I'm getting 90 FPS, but every so often it will dip. I don't know why.
Yeah. Then we
My
hopped
computer's
down and we head to Castle Polo.
Oh, Castle Polo. Okay, so we found out later that it was supposed to be Casa Pollo, Spanish. But the thing is... Yeah, see, Casa Pollo. But when they put it in the clue, they didn't have 2 L's. They just had 1 L. So by seeing 1 L, I didn't think Spanish. Although, even if I did see 2 L's, I don't know if I would have actually seen it as Pollo. I probably would have just read it as Polo anyway. I wasn't expecting Spanish, okay? But Casa Pollo, that makes more sense. Chicken house.
Yep. And then we're hopping in through here, back out to the graveyard area. See, I actually did the carpets for a good chunk of this.
Mm-hmm.
While you were doing your little intro, this was all while you were taking the metro roller.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We actually didn't have any problems with this challenge at all. We didn't really get confused and stuff like that.
went through the alleyway.
Casa Pollo
here.
is chicken house in Italian. Well, it's also, isn't it? That's also Spanish though. No, because pollo is chicken in Spanish, and then casa's house in Spanish. Am I wrong? Am I going crazy, guys? I'm pretty dang sure that's also in Spanish. Maybe I'm wrong.
I wouldn't know. I honestly would not know.
But apparently it's in.
in.
It might be in Italian too, based on what Unique said. And Unique also was just like, Billy edited it weirdly. What were we talking about? Like, what did? Oh, the trees or something like that.
Yeah, the tree parkour.
Okay.
But
Oh, hello,
here
chicken,
we
by
are.
the way, and Fighter Josh. There's some new people in here that I forgot to welcome. Ah, yes, this is where we're like, oh my goodness, we're doing so good. We're in first place. And then when we get the clue, we see all 3 teams coming, and we're like, oh, okay, there goes our lead. It was funny though. It made for a good camera moment because we really thought we were really far in first, and then we just turn around and all 3 teams coming together. We're like, ah.
Oh no. Well, there goes our lead. And then Roller, you went the other way over here at the start.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I
that's
don't
right. Yeah,
know
I went
how
the wrong
far
way.
you-
I would, if it wasn't for like us figuring out, mostly numbers figuring out that we were going the wrong way. Then there would have been a problem. And I think those houses were made for this, right? It looks like it. I don't see the
Yep.
houses anywhere.
There's no lake houses.
Okay. Wait, are they these houses right here? Which houses were they? Like, where'd they copy it is what I want to know. So the spot the difference houses are not here, apparently. But yeah, I went down the spot the difference route first, and that's how we kind of lost our leads. Because by the time I made it to the amazing parkour mansion, which was honestly really fun, and obviously not filled with lava. Apparently, I didn't
Yeah,
know if
I
it was.
wonder what this
I didn't know
looks
if it was
like
filled with
now.
lava or not. Like I didn't know if it was a haunted mansion. Apparently, it's not a haunted mansion because it looks like a normal hotel
Nope.
to me. Oh, Unique was responding with what Chaz said. Okay, because he was like, I feel like every other team took a shortcut, got lost because they're all together, and Unique's like, nah, they just edited it weird. So I guess they took the intended path together. That's kind of funny though, how they were all cluttered behind us. And this is kind of where everyone was together again. This was like an equalizer of sorts, and anyone could have pulled ahead at this point in time. But Unique, I gotta thank you again, man. Honestly, this leg, you really helped us out. This wasn't specifically shown in the episode, but one of these windows, okay, that was like, or I guess not that window. Which window was it? It goes outside. Where's the window that goes outside? Also, can I get my frames back, please? This is sad. It might be the floor above this. Anyway, you know when you're looking down, I'm just gonna find it like this, and you see the windows that's broken. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so it was like this room right here, around. Okay, so I was probably like right here somewhere. I'm looking in. You got Unique over here. He's looking out. Oh wait, I guess it was above. Yeah, it was above. Unique's looking down. Okay, like there's a sign right here. There's an arrowhead pointing out there that no one noticed. He looks down and then he moves on. So I assume because Unique is the best. He is the best. You are the best, Unique. You were the greatest competitor. I just like defaulted to, oh, it's not there at all. So I just move on. And then for the longest time, no one checks anywhere. Like this parkour took a while. Editing made it seem like it was quicker than it is, but this is probably one of the longest part of the challenges for everyone, with the exception of maybe orange and blue team having to do the other detour. But I come back here and then I notice this ahead with an arrow point. And I'm like, wait, what the heck? Like I'm alone at this point. So then I jump down, or wherever it is. I don't really know which window it was. And then I see like, oh, I heard a rumor that the fans are gonna give you levitation or something like that. I'm like, oh my gosh. Also,
Yeah.
this parkour was way harder. They made it way. It was like,
No. See, what I was noticing in the episode is you could have done a hop here, then a hop here, then up. But you were trying to hop, or someone, maybe it was Black Team, they were trying to hop like this.
no, they weren't close together. That would have been like there was a 3-block one up. I think it was just quite simply, like something like this, right?
Okay.
So it was a little bit more
still-
difficult. Wait, that's a 3-block one up, and I did it first try. Okay, I was panicking, guys. All right, give me a break. This is the jump that I had to do, but I missed it like 4 times in a row. Yeah, that's a 3-block one up. That's exactly the jump that I. Why was it so hard? All right, you know, stress can do a lot to how you perform. Okay. Unique is like, oh, thanks. I'm so glad to hear that. No problem, Unique. George's like, rip. There was not the second one you made. What do you mean? Okay, regardless of what the jump was, it was a 3-block one up. So I don't quite know how we got up. I just know it was somewhat difficult. Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 1. which is basically the same as a 4-block jump. I'm just good at parkour now, okay, guys? That was a year ago. I wasn't good back then. Apparently, even though I advertised myself as being good at parkour. Do you think you would have won the not last if Orange Team went to the top before going to the cave? No, because Orange Team didn't know where to go anyway. Because what they did was, I think, where was Orange Team? They were looking out somewhere, and then they thought they reached the top. I actually don't know where they were. They were like right there or something, and they jumped off because they thought they got to the top, but they didn't. Even if they wouldn't have gone to the top before us, I don't think, because no one knew where to go. That was the whole thing, right? Everyone was just trying to figure out where to go, and I somehow managed to figure it out first. So yeah, once I got to the top, we pulled ahead, and that was the game right there, because the spot the difference was easy for us. So GG! No, okay, we'll continue talking. But we didn't see any other team after this, pretty much, except for, I think, Blue Team a little bit in spot the difference. They caught up to us a little bit. But where is the spot the difference now, by the way? This was a nice challenge, though. They had the letters, like, laid out. Like, giant letters across, which is kind of cool. I liked it. Airport was the obvious word, though. Numbers figured it out way beforehand. Actually, this wasn't shown. A lot of things weren't shown. We were being very, very cautious. I think we went over the letters, like, 3 times. Like, I was like, alright, these are the letters. And then Numbers is like, I think it's airport, but I'm not sure. I'm like, okay, well, I see this letter, this letter, this letter, this letter. I'm like, what other words could it be? I really don't know. He's like, I really think it's airport. So we were, like, second-guessing ourselves a lot. So once we were like, all right, it should be airport, then we just went and, got it. Because I don't think you could make any other words with those letters.
We wanted to double-check to make sure, just to be safe. But I think that I was figuring out the anagram even before Orange Team came back with Red Blue. But as soon as they did, like, they had that up for a good chunk of time. So we could, like, see that they were spelling out airport as well. Yeah, there was no banners being broken, no shenanigans afoot.
Oh yeah.
If you go over here,
I forgot that they actually brought up our little thingamajig we did last episode, where we broke the banners, and then it cost us to almost lose. I forgot Rick or whoever was the challenge checker was like, yeah, we almost disqualified you for that in jest, It's just funny. Marco, no, we didn't have levitation for that one jump. It was just levitation for the second fan. Like, the 3-block one up, I didn't have levitation for that. It was just one red block with the sign. Okay, so that's what it was. So they removed that fan completely, and I was jumping off of the red block with the sign. Thanks, George. Okay. Yeah, he went to the cave and had to go all the way back to the top. Yeah, I know, because he thought that he got to the top, but he never got to the top, Marco. He just thought he got to the top. And it took Orange Team a long time to figure out how to get to the top, so. It's alright, though. I would not have figured it out if it wasn't for Unique anyway. So. That's honestly, I just realized how much Unique helped me this leg. The beginning and then this parkour, too. Like, honestly, we were just getting help from Unique, just helping us win, How long did it take, the spot the difference really take? It looked like it was really fast. Do you have an estimate on time? I just know we did it first try and, like, aced it.
We did it first try. They showed most of what we were going through in the video. Like, I'd say real time in the video, that's how long it took. We were just going over every single thing. It didn't take us more than 15.
Yeah, pretty much however long it took in the video is how long it took. But you have to realize that that wasn't very long, and we were just shown, like, we were only shown pieces of it. I don't know, it was pretty fast. But it was just, here, our strategy was pretty much this. You walk in, you label every single block, and that's what we did for everything. So for this house, I'd say, alright, you walk in, it's birchwood floor all across the entire floor. First block on the left, or you walk to the left, there should be an oak chair facing forward from the direction you come in, and it should be a nether brick, I guess a 1x1 nether brick table with a dark gray carpet on top, with another chair facing the table. And then I'd be like, oh, what is this? I don't even know what that is. I would probably say clay or something, like dark gray clay. It's like gray terracotta,
gray
and then regular gray clay. And I'd be like, to the one block right of the gray terracotta, or dark gray terracotta, is a torch, a regular torch, mind you. I would just do that. That's what we did for everything, okay? We weren't taking any chances. Every single block we were basically just, like, mentally noting. I was mostly driving this part just because, I don't know. I'm sorry if I felt like I was overstepping in the leg numbers. I just kind of was just going for it. Just
No,
like,
no,
alright,
I,
do you
I
see this?
definitely
Stuff like
pulled
that.
off a ton of stuff on the leg, and I think we actually took turns. Like I would kind of like fill in, like you
Hmm.
would say something, that I would say something in return, and then we. I
The
think
the
we both
difference
caught
that Unique and Eglin missed was actually one we almost missed too. I mean, I remember it was just a back door. That's all it was. I was like right here. I'm like, oh wait, I should probably just talk about the back door. I almost didn't talk about it. So it was for some reason it was a difference that not many people was really thinking about. Probably because it was kind of like outside but not outside. It was like this or whatever. I'm like, oh, there's a birch door or a dark oak door to go outside or something. But yeah, the rest of the differences are pretty simple, except for my description of the differences. Like the records, I was like, it's a black head with a red thingy on top. Nah, you know, that's a real great description, guys. I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was a record disc. I thought it was a wither skull at first. And Numbers was like, that's not a wither skull. I'm like, oh wait, yeah, you're right. That's not a wither skull. This is what a wither skull is for those who don't know. This is what I thought. Oh, I got a spooky, scary skeleton achievement. That's what I thought it was. I don't know why I thought it was that, but it wasn't. It was just like a record, like stack or whatever. It was basically. Actually, I can show you what I thought it was. It was basically a stack of these. So, but they were like flat. You can't really do that in Minecraft, so someone made a player head disguised as that, but it was essentially just a stack of those. And I thought that was a witherhead skull, so. Go me. Oh man. My observational skills are still 0. My communication skills, though, I mean, they're pretty good this league. Both
They're
parts.
going up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but observation's still not the best. I mean, let's be real here. As we're
I'm
going
not
through this
actually
podcast, the more I
sure.
realize how much I was leaning on blue team to be able to figure anything out.
Yeah, I was definitely leaning on you to figure things out. You went and did the hotel parkour, and you were very observant there.
Yeah, I tried my best.
You
Until this
picked us
leg.
up for
Oh
sure.
wait, Marco just said until this leg I had Egland and Unique's voices swapped. Yeah, I can see that. I don't think it's kind of hard if you don't know the people to know who's actually speaking because it's Minecraft skins. I just knew everybody, so I kind of figured it all out. But I'm trying to think. Back when we recorded this, I didn't know who Unique and Eglin were at all back when we recorded this. I would call Unique Eglin and Eglin Unique. Like, at the confessional for this leg, I just, like, say, yo, all I saw this whole leg was Eglin. Turns out it was Unique the entire time. And then I never saw Eglin, so... In the episode, I slightly dissed Unique, but in reality, I was dissing Eglin. So sorry, Eglin. I don't know what you were doing this leg, but I don't think I ever saw you. I think even in the spot the difference, it was Unique I saw, not Eglin. I'm not sure about that one though. Can't confirm. So, what were your favorite moments for this leg, Numbers? Before we go to the
Favorite
diversion.
moments. The uh, the observation. I think that we completely nailed that. I think that being able to spot the differences and going through detail by detail really showed our teamwork in a way that I don't think any other leg has really shown so far. At least not to the extent that we were so on point. We were first going into the church. We were first coming out of this leg. Uh, I'm just really happy that it made it on camera in such. I don't know. We made it on camera in a way that really felt impactful. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
sure how Billy was going to edit the episode together, but
Oh, it
I
was
felt
such
like
a good episode for all the
yeah,
reasons.
yeah.
Like, it was just a great episode all around. There was a...
Especially like
What's
to make
Marco
it feel
saying?
close together, where the teams just came in right after us. That's a perfect moment right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Eglin is the eagle skinned guy. I don't know why I confused it. It really wasn't that hard. Unique is the guy with all the fancy sunglasses.
Yeah,
I
Eglin.
gotta say though, Unique, that would have been a great skin to have. Like for the if you like for the finale or whatever, just wearing like 30 sunglasses, that would have been great. Did you see that in their confessional or whatever? He was just
Yeah,
wearing
his
all the sunglasses. So where's this diversion? Before we get Unique in here to talk about some stuff, I want to go over the diversion. It's pretty obvious why we diverted. Oh, is this right here? Yeah. It's pretty obvious why we diverted who we diverted. But for those who don't really remember what happened, we diverted Blue Team and Orange Team because we saw them as the biggest competitors. No offense to Black Team if you're watching, but we at this point in time we did not see you as competitors at all because you guys like were like 20 minutes behind us in the last leg in the non-elimination. So we're like, if we want anyone in the finale, we want it to be them.
Yeah.
No offense again, but that's the way we saw it from a competitive standpoint. So we wanted to get, ideally, blue team out. Our diversion didn't even matter in the end, but I guess our plan somewhat worked. George is like so toxic. Hey, we saw you as a competitor. So that's a good thing for you.
I think the idea of the diversion, it would have helped if the diversion was with more teams than just the final three, because only one team would benefit from not going to the diversion. If this was like in the middle of the race, then I think it would have made much more of an impact.
Like just picking 2 teams out of everyone there, yeah, that would have been pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, all that would have made it more impactful is if it was a mandatory stop to come here first, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Then they could have been like, oh, black team could have been like, oh, we're good to go. And then, orange and blue would have been like, oh, we gotta go.
That would have been an even better way to put it. That way, black team definitely finished here for sure.
But yeah, it was a short leg for us, mostly because... Oh, wait, we have all our fun stuff to talk about. Okay, well, I want to get Unique in here, but if you guys want to stay for after we're done with Unique, we're going to talk about our adventures after the leg. Because, boy, did we explore this map, right? Oh, man, that was fun. Like, we found a third pit stop. We confirmed it with Billy, by the way. There is a third pit stop that we found. So I do want to talk about that, but I don't want to keep Unique waiting any longer. I think he's ready to go, right? I don't know, let me check. Are you good to go, Unique? If not, then we can talk a little bit about our adventures, but it won't be too long. Once we're done talking with Unique, then we will... Okay, Unique is like, hi. Alright, we're good to go. Once we're done, then I'll probably just go and talk about what we did after, because it's like a farm we explored. It was fun, Alright, let's get Unique in here.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. We gotta make sure audio's good. Hello, Unique, how are you?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to our podcast. Oh, wait, we gotta give you the Minecraft IP. Are you able to get on Minecraft or just talk? It doesn't really matter either or.
What's the version? Tell me the version
1.12.2.
12.2. Oh my
Yep.
God.
Yeah, I know, it's still old. Numbers, can you...
I've just realised I still got the thing going. Let me pause that.
Oh, the podcast?
Yeah. I was like, are you guys talking twice at the same time?
That's a good time. Okay.
Alright, yeah, Numbers will just give you the IP, and then I think volume is good. If anything, you're probably louder than everyone else, but I think we're good to go.
Numbers, give me the numbers.
Numbers given the
There's
numbers.
actually no numbers in this IP. All words.
What the heck?
Marco's like, to be honest, I like Black Team. Yeah, Black Team's in the finale, so you'll be able to see him one more time.
Hello.
Welcome, Unique. Wait, Numbers, do you remember where the beginning of the leg is? I kind of want to figure, or if we want to start with Unique just giving his thoughts on this leg, so... Okay. If that's alright with Unique.
I'm looking around. I know that the Metro definitely took us a little.
We're already lost, guys. Navigation at its finest. I don't know. Oh, you're just gonna kill yourself? That works.
Right, I appear to be in the central area. This is the teleport area, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is a plane over here.
For anyone who's never seen this map, like never explored it, this map is enormous.
Honestly, amazing.
Yeah, we kind of figured that out when we were free from our
during the leg. I think we probably saw about like 4% of the map.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I realized.
Okay, so this is the amazing plane. Oh, you put us in the wrong one.
The other plane was the wrong one. This is the one that's multiple blocks wide, and you actually would thank the pilot here.
So you guys started first, right? How'd you guys feel about finding the coin?
We were taking our time at this point. I mean, we basically knew, like, because the head start is only like, what is it? It's like 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah,
we're not going to be able to run ahead, so we just sort of ran around looking for it, really.
Yeah, and honestly, the head start is not really a head start, for being real.
I wouldn't say this is a particularly exciting part of the leg, but It
Yeah, no, it
definitely
was
got
just
us
like a start.
started.
Did you notice me trailing you or no? Like that I was
Uh,
just following you around.
maybe I can't really remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah, it's
I
funny.
was I was probably too focused on looking for the coin to see if anyone was following me. I did notice that there happened to be people around me a lot, but I did notice that, but
Uh-huh. All right,
I
well
didn't
then,
necessarily pay attention to it.
in that case, let's get on to the first challenge. What was going on with all of you guys together? Because it was all three of you guys, like the teams. You all were just chilling together. So
Uh,
what was up with that? Like, what were you guys doing the parkour and stuff?
I think that was probably more of a coincidence than anything.
Okay.
Uh, I mean, once we all found the coin, like we all ran to find the place. I imagine maybe the other teams followed us down, or
It was more
maybe
specifically
we
talking
followed
about
you.
the challenge in itself, going around the city with the 11 pages of directions. Like, you guys all seemed to be together
Oh,
for that, right?
I mean that is because we were close together when we went into these minecarts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, God, this is a really long tunnel.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I didn't
It just
remember
it
being
just
this
goes
long, to be honest.
it goes to show the scale of this map because there's like an entire underground rail network in this map.
Mm-hmm. There's even an underground factory too, which was even used in the leg.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
feel
lot in
like
this
I've gone
map.
the wrong way. You might want to teleport me to wherever you are.
Okay. Yeah, you
See, I'm
probably did.
I'm getting lost.
Alright, oops. Wait, slash back is an unknown command. I have been trapped. I'm gonna teleport to numbers now.
There we
This is
go.
TP unique, bro.
Oh,
Alright, there we go.
hello. Okay.
So yeah, the
Right.
city
Yeah.
thing, that
This.
was a pretty interesting challenge. Did you guys enjoy that or
I
not really?
Well, judging from a quote which I said in the episode, I'm pretty sure I said something along the lines of "I don't like this."
Okay.
I am
uh,
terrible with navigation. It's like I feel
really?
like I
You
was
guys seemed really good at navigation considering you were first four lanes.
okay. I feel like I was decent at like deciphering what Mitch had put down on the clue.
Hmm.
Well, the difficult part was like then observing the area and trying to figure out where to go. I think the part that really caught me and Eagle out, and also the orange team, was there was a part about a ladder on the roof
Hmm.
of a restaurant, and we couldn't figure out how to get up there.
Okay.
So that was definitely a bit of a setback.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Black Team was doing
Also,
the
I
best too,
seem
right?
to
Or no?
remember. I don't think this was included in the episode, but we also struggled a bit on the roofs trying to decide what was meant by like jump to the nearest safe rooftop or whatever it was.
Yeah, I think
Like
we questioned that a bit too. That was
that was quite confusing.
Yeah, I do remember that direction. We were basically, you guys remember earlier we went over that hard jump. The directions was just jump to the nearest safe roof. So it was like, oh, which one can we actually make? That's really all it was. So it was, I think we hesitated there a little bit too.
Yeah, because if you go down the wrong roof, you can't go back at that point.
That's what we were nervous about. We're like, well, if we go here, we can't get back. But it seemed to work out at the end. Um, so after the long navigation that was this challenge, because this challenge is just entirely navigation. I believe it was the detour next, and you guys went with right. Oh, not the detour. Sorry, it was the
It was the hotel.
roadblock. Yeah. So, what were you guys doing in the roadblock and stuff, and how did you actually end up finding it? Because in the video, it just cuts to you in the levitation area. So, what was the process of you actually ending up finding it?
That hotel took ages. Like I know you guys said this in the first half of this podcast, but it really did take much longer than Billy had made it out to look in the video. I swear I was in that hotel for like half an hour trying to find a way out.
Yeah.
The hardest parts were like there were like weird hidden routes hidden behind paintings and like round corners, and the one that really caught me off, the one that I think I was stuck on, was having to jump down to the roof with the fans on it. Um, it just didn't occur to me that the next direction I should go in is dropping downwards.
Yeah, when you're in a parkour that
Maybe
says go up, you usually don't think to
and
go
maybe
down.
maybe what I should have done is I should have observed that there were like arrowheads and signs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't expect it to be a navigational challenge though. So I was busy looking for like what looks like parkour, Does this look like parkour? This doesn't look like parkour, so this isn't the way to go.
Yeah. For those who don't know, let's see if I can get this. Wait, I guess you just do. How do you do the painting again to make it like 4? It doesn't just do that, right? Oh, I have to put a door. That's
Oh,
right. I remember now.
yeah, there needs to be blocks there for it to be on.
So for those who don't know what we mean by walking through paintings, this is a painting, right? Whoa, hidden door. So that's basically all it is. There was a bunch of those things around, so you had to like jump through paintings to kind of like figure out where to go. It was pretty interesting, I guess. But yeah, you were the one who gave away where to go for me because I saw you guys looking
Yeah,
down there. And then...
I tried to like. I was getting to the point. I think I was trying to neo jump my way around the windows, around the outside. God, if only I saw that sign. There was, like in the edit, I can see like, oh my god, there's obviously a sign.
This is a neo jump, right? Essentially.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's just going around the edge like that.
Yeah, it's just basically a parkour jump where you just I failed. Go around something that's blocking your way. But
Well, I really should have known better because I don't think they would have put neo jumps in this. I think it goes against Mitch's design decisions unless you're trying to make something intentionally really tricky. You don't tend to put neo jumps in.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was intending to make this difficult, because when it comes to a race like this, the difficulty really comes more from your opponents, or at least it should come more from your opponents than from the course itself. And actually, it's sort of a bit counterintuitive, but adding difficulty to the challenges actually doesn't make the race more difficult, because it increases the difficulty for all the other players too. So like a 10% increase in difficulty for you is also a 10% increase in difficulty for your opponents, which overall does not make the race more difficult. All it does is it will make everything last longer.
That's actually a good point that you just made. I never really thought about it like that.
Uh-huh.
You got anything to say, Numbers?
I think that the hotel, I didn't get a chance to see it. I had no idea that it was that expansive. I thought that it was just like a tower going upwards, but that is actually like a huge course that they designed. I'm really impressed by it.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I was excited to see checkpoints
The
because our
parkour-
previous parkour experience was the
Yeah.
tree. So,
The parkour itself wasn't that tricky. I would say it was probably easier than the Hogwarts Whomping Willow parkour.
they would probably
but-
agree with that. You guys
but
finished that really
because-
fast. The Whopping
Yeah,
Willow.
I think I did. I think I did that on my first try. No,
Wow.
Just flex right there.
Yeah, you guys were definitely the undefeatable team for a long time. Pretty much going into this leg too, we just like assumed you were gonna win. We just didn't want to get out.
This leg really did not play to our strengths, though.
Yeah. What would be your strengths?
I mean, personally, all of the previous legs had quite a lot of, I would say, technical ability, Minecraft technical ability, and I would like to say that I am pretty good at this game. So when it comes to that, I can get through technical challenges quite easily. The thing that really got us was this leg had a lot of finding. Like, that was like basically everything. Find the coin, find the statue, find your way through the city, find the hotel, find the way up the hotel, find the hidden things in the mansion, find the pit stop, right?
Yeah. And find the difference.
Find the difference, yeah.
Yep, that's actually kind of funny.
Like the only thing in this leg that wasn't finding was that one head thing. But even that, you had to find the heads before you could like identify what they were. So this leg was just a lot of finding, and I am not a very good finder.
It's funny that you say that because our team has been horrible at finding things. I don't know how we did good this leg then. I don't know. What do you think, Numbers?
I think we picked up the pace. We knew that we had to be a little bit more observant and on our toes from the last leg where we did really, really bad. So this was like our picking ourselves up, and we tried to be a little more on our game this time around.
Yeah, and we made sure to change our game mode after we did the diversion. I think, right? We were like, we gotta change our game mode. Like, I think they cut that out too. After we changed the game mode to place the banners down, we're like, Okay, are we
I think
both an
I
adventurer?
think everyone learned from last one.
Yeah,
Last
I think
leg.
you messed it up too, right? Or was it Eglin?
Oh yeah. I don't think it actually cost us ultimately because there wasn't anything else after that needed us to be an adventure. But if there were, I think it was a good decision that I went back and turned myself back into adventure mode.
Mm-hmm.
You also don't see it in the episode, but I accidentally stepped on the checkpoint all the way back at the button, so I had to run all the way back to England.
Oh no! Oh
Like
wait,
my method was to go back, hit the adventure mode button, and then die, so I would respawn back where
wait, why
England
didn't
was.
I think of that? That would have saved me so much time. I think it
But
was Leg 2 where I killed myself. Why didn't I kill myself again? I don't know why
I
I didn't think
accidentally
of that.
stepped on the checkpoint. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got lost. That's why I wasn't there for the last leg. Like, I just didn't exist for the second half because I didn't know where to go. But yeah, so after this hotel thingamajig, you guys were, what's place? Second, I
The
believe, right?
rest of this leg.
The rest of this leg.
Oh dear.
So you left in second,
Up to
right?
this point, it was going perfectly fine up to this point. I would even say like up to just the end of this hotel one. We go to airport, and this is where everything gets ruined.
So the spot the difference, we don't actually have the houses, so we can't really go there. But
uh,
do you want to explain us what happened with that?
okay, Aeglin and I were in that spot with different. We were in it for way too long. We must have been there for again like another half hour. I'm not sure exactly, but it felt like it was about that long. And it was all because of that one stupid door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like you guys
Um,
found all the other ones pretty good. What was
yeah,
your
the thing is, we
tactics?
found all the other ones. Our tactic was just to go through and compare every block individually,
Okay.
and that is exactly what we did. And we did. We went through that whole house like 2 or 3 times. By the way,
Okay.
like comparing every block. And I don't know how we missed the door. I guess I get like the only rationale I can think for it is maybe we both considered it to be outside, and therefore like we didn't bother comparing it because the clue said we
Mm-hmm.
had like all the differences were inside. That's the only thing I can reasonably think of. Um, but like we even compared. If you saw in that challenge, the walls were really messy.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were like random spots of like different colored wood or stone bricks, and we even compared all of those, and we didn't find any differences. And that's obviously when we went to the other one. Stig and George followed like close behind us when we did that. Actually, no, it was about. I think they came like a few minutes later after they realized what we were doing. um,
Yeah, so that
and I guess
detour, we have no
they
experience
just
in
had
that
more.
detour.
They just had more character knowledge than us. The detour was just there was a bunch of heads on the ground. They need to identify what character it was. I'm sure you know that, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that detour was actually far easier than the house one. I would say,
Okay.
like
If you know pop
even
culture.
it's just because there was a lot of leeway.
Okay. Were
That's
there
what
a
I would
lot of
say. In
heads? I'm assuming.
there were probably like 4 times as many points as you needed, like
Okay.
scattered around that area. That's what it felt like at least. But the point is that that one was far more lenient because there was so many extra points you could get, and in the spot the difference, there was absolutely no leeway. You had to get 7 out of 7.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that just means like this other detour. We should have gone to it straight away. And honestly, I don't know why we didn't, because this is a little bit of background information that you guys probably don't even know. Mitch and I were going to make a Survivor game show called Survivor Twisty Chaos Toaster. And one of the challenges that we actually came up with was that exact spot of difference game. He changed the differences, but like it was the same house,
Mm-hmm.
and even also even the switching of the 2 bedroom signs, that was actually my idea.
Wow. So you knew that one.
So yeah, um, but I should have known, like I should have known immediately because I was there when the idea was made. I should have known it was a dreadful, awful, miserable time.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah, you guys did.
I should have just said we should have gone to the other one. We
Mhm.
should have at least checked it out. I'm so bitter that we didn't. We should have, like, as soon as we saw how complicated the house was and we had to get 7 out of 7, my
Mhm.
first thought should have been, hey, we should check out the other one to see if it's got more leeway, to see if it's easier.
Yeah, George was like, they just left because you were wondering why they left. They left because they just didn't know what they were missing. So pretty much same as you, because they
See,
saw you
it
guys
was
leave.
it wasn't
and-
it. So it wasn't because you noticed us leaving. It was because you basically just had the same train of thought as we did.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. George can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's more of like, oh, they're leaving and we don't really know what we're missing, so we should probably go and do the other challenge too because that way
Honestly,
we have a better chance.
I didn't want them to notice that we were leaving because I wanted them to panic and think that we'd completed it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good question for you. If you had gotten first, which teams would you have diverted?
Okay. I can't say without Aegon here because we probably would have spent a moment strategizing. But just thinking on my own, I probably would have diverted Stig's team. I think it was an option just to divert one team, actually. So I think I would have only diverted Orange.
No, it was 2 different teams. So
Is that what it said? Is that what it said, or did
Yeah.
it say you can divert up to 2? Okay,
Oh,
if we had
okay.
to divert
You would have only diverted 1, you're saying.
I think we would have only diverted Orange team.
Interesting.
Because I would have considered them like the biggest threat, and I wouldn't want to divert another team and risk the other team getting eliminated instead of just that one team, right?
Mm-hmm. That's actually a good point.
I think it was an option. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you are allowed to just divert one team.
Yeah, I don't think we actually thought about that at all. So if that was an option, that's interesting that you guys would have done that.
I think if we had to divert a second team as well, I'm not sure we would have diverted you because we didn't really know you and we weren't paying attention to how well you were doing.
We were doing pretty bad.
At least I wasn't. So I think we probably would have diverted black team instead. Honestly, I don't think it matters though, because I mean, if you had got there second, like if you'd got to that point, anyway, would you do you think you would assume you were diverted and just go to the other one, or do you think you'd go check first?
I think we would have checked because pretty much the exact same thought process, just the other way around. We would have probably been like, well, I don't think they see us as a threat considering we've been doing bad and no one really knows us, so let's go check it out. That's probably what we would have
actually done. To be completely honest though, I think Eglin and I would have gone to the second pit stop anyway. Even
you wouldn't have assumed if you were thirst.
Yeah, we would have assumed, okay, there's a chance another team is in front of us. Let's just go the other way. So I don't think we would have even considered going towards the diversion anyway.
Interesting. George has some insight for us.
Unless we had good reason to believe that we had a genuinely strong lead, I don't think we would have done that.
In our case, we knew we were first because we passed you. Enough said. We didn't really think that anyone else would be in front of us. We're like, we passed blue team. All right, we're in first place. Let's go. George has some insight for us. He's like, he's talking to you. I knew you guys were going to the other one right away. And always I just thought that. But yeah, he pretty much just knew that you were going the other way to the other detour. So.
Can we go to the carnival now?
Yeah, I don't know really where it is. Number took a break, so he'll be back in a second to go do something. Let's see if we can find the carnival. There's the lion statue.
It's if you put me in spectator mode, I can fly around fast.
All right. There you go.
See if I can find it. It's sort of on the outskirts of the city somewhere. Near some farmland.
Yeah, the other pit stop was really cool actually, with the carnival and everything. I want to hear that final showdown between you and Orange Team. That was really good.
I
Ready?
found the hotel.
Yeah, I'm just flying. Dang, this really is a big map. It's like
It
helicopters.
is. It's like even bigger than you imagine. And there's a ton of secrets as well. There's like crazy, ridiculous underground things all over the place. There's like underground ruins and
Mm-hmm.
sewage canals.
Wait, what's this mansion? There is a
There's
lot
like
going on.
some enormous caves. There's like a giant cult castle
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
This is a really cool map, though. You know what they could have did for this lake? It's just been like, all right, the whole challenge is just going and walking around the entire map. There you go. Have fun. It would have taken 3 hours. Probably way longer. Oh wait, I found the spot the difference houses.
Oh, have you?
I just
TP.
randomly
I
found it.
I can TP myself over. Yeah, this looks about right, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I just randomly
We did.
stumbled across a house that was the spot.
Yeah, we did literally. We just took it from somewhere in the city, and I imagine he just pasted it over here onto the water.
That's pretty much all you need to do anyway. I figured it was
So
as
then
much.
Storybrooke Street was this was Storybrooke Street here.
I'm on like a
They
dock
renamed.
system right now.
If you want to TP back to me,
Okay, I'm back.
this is where Storybrooke Street was, right here.
Okay.
Actually, if you just alt me, I can change my game mode myself.
There you go, you're out.
There we go. Yeah, this is definitely where Storybrooke Street was.
And what is the relevancy of Storybrooke Street? Because I forgot.
That's where the other detour was.
Okay. Numbers, you're back.
Yep.
Right?
I'm back.
Save us, please.
It's
We're trying to
where
go to the carnival and we don't know where it is.
This is where the headhunting minigame was.
All right, you guys want to be TP'd to the carnival?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Okay. Oh, this is where the head thing was. All right. You're already here, conveniently.
Right. So let me explain the rationale for the Ferris wheel.
Okay.
It's red and yellow.
Yeah.
This is true. So you guys just were for sure it was at the top of it, right?
It's red and yellow, and the coordinates in the book were like right next to it.
Misdirection at its finest.
And so combining these things, it was just like, okay, obviously, the pit stop's on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't see what we would have thought, because if it just says find the pit stop. This does look like the place for a pit stop.
And
Did
actually,
you guys ever
when you're
figure out
here-
that it wasn't there, or no?
I mean, we followed Stig and George, and like we got there like seconds after them.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember Orange Team, they were on like a really high point, I think on one of these wind towers, and they saw that there was nothing on the Ferris wheel, so that's why they just gave up on it. But
This wind tower as well. This is particularly interesting because the interesting thing about this wind tower is that one of them climbed up onto the top of this.
mm-hmm.
I think these blocks weren't here, meaning that you could jump up to here, and from here you could see around.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you can even see the pool where the pit stop was.
From here, they could probably see that pit stop wasn't on the Ferris wheel,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they did notice. I don't know if it was from here that they noticed the pit stop, or if it was one of them down there who just stumbled across it. I think it was one of them down there who stumbled across it, but I can't. It's surprising to me I didn't consider getting a vantage point.
Well, George was
to be
like,
fair-
it didn't
to be
help.
fair, to be fair, it could have been like underground or in the tent or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been a good idea to get up here to get a vantage point. And the reason I didn't go up here is because when I saw both Stig and George both got up here, to me that said, okay, if the pit stop's up there, there's no point in us climbing up because they would have already won.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all the logic I needed to decide not to climb up here.
Well, that's fair.
because
Speaking
it was
about the
like
Ferris wheel,
if
though.
if they've already won, there's no point in going up there.
Mm-hmm.
And if they haven't already won, the pit stop's not up there, so there's no point in going up there.
Speaking about
Right.
what you guys were like trying to compete to go up on the Ferris wheel, George is like, it didn't really help that we were trying to go up too, so you kind of like thought it was like a race, right? Because all four of you were just scrambling to try to get to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The thing that I really should have noticed is that there wasn't a way up.
Yeah, that would be some tricky
That should have
parkour.
been that should have been the that should have been the giveaway clue that it wasn't on the Ferris wheel. Was that there was no way to get up the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, and that would have been an
And
extreme parkour challenge to just like get up to the pit stop.
yeah, but then again, a part of me was saying that because it was because it was like the supposedly the harder pit stop. Maybe it is really tricky parkour to get to. You know,
Mm-hmm. True, that's right. Because it could be because it's
but
the farther pit stop that it was just really
but
really
I
difficult.
like really looking at this. Like if you look at it for even a moment, it's sensible to say, okay, obviously this is not climbable.
Yeah, because of all the just the carts that are. Yeah, there's really no way to climb up. It's just like scaling up a straight wall.
But
Um,
what you've got to consider is like when you're down here and you're looking up at this big, massive yellow and red. Not
mhm.
sure if like if the pit stops anywhere up there or not.
No,
With
that was
this
a good
other
thought.
team, with this other team, right on your trail, also trying to find the pit stop in the area. It's very easy to um, to confuse yourself
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for
and
sure.
to
We
like.
might have thought the same thing, to be honest. I don't know numbers. Would you have thought the Ferris wheel would have been the pit stop?
I mean, I'm sure you've had similar moments on the leg yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the
Absolutely,
race yourself,
all of the time.
where
Just
like you thought, okay, we've got to do this thing or we get eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
The pit stop
and
actual location.
when you're in that mindset, it really messes with you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we definitely know about that. But the actual pit stop was in a pool. It was kind of weird. You can't really see it that well, right? It was like right here.
One thing I didn't notice while I was playing this is I didn't notice that this was a carnival.
Oh.
believe believe it or not, I noticed there was a tent and a Ferris wheel, right? But I thought for whatever reason that there was just a random tent and a Ferris wheel here. I didn't notice that there was a confined fenced off area and that maybe we should search the entire confined fenced off area. I
Mhm.
just thought, okay, central point is somewhere around here. Let's search in like a radius around this point. And I think that like all the way over here was just a little bit too far outside what I considered the search radius.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, that's a good point. If you didn't realize it was a carnival, then you're just trying to think around the coordinates, right? So.
yeah, like we
And
it's
this.
hard to describe, but like I wasn't paying much attention to the geography.
And the pit stop was just chilling in the water. It's kind of weird. You can't really see. I don't know what the pit stop looks like, but.
Like I didn't notice. I knew there were fences because I know I was getting annoyed at them being in my way the whole time, and like trying to find how to get past them. But for example, I didn't consider that the windmill was outside the carnival, and that this water thing over here was inside. I thought it was more likely to be in the wind turbine because it was closer to the Ferris wheel.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a good thought. But it's interesting that you just didn't realize it was a carnival, and that was probably what stopped you from exploring more, right? So.
Like when you look at this area from like the sky, it's obvious. Like
Mm-hmm.
Ferris wheel, tent, test your strength thing. This appears to be some sort of food stand, more food stand, stage, mini roller coaster ride thing. Like obviously it's a big carnival,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
Do you have any questions for numbers? Or sorry, other way around. Do you have any questions for unique numbers?
um, when you were climbing up the wind turbine, did you get on top and see anything from like a vantage point there? Or did you...
No, I didn't. I didn't climb all the way up. I got like most of the way up the ladder, then I decided to go back down again
Oh,
because
okay.
I was like both. That was when I was like both of them were up there. The pit stops up, like, and I just had the pit stop in mind. I was like,
Yeah.
if the pit stop's not up there, then there's no point in me climbing up, and if it is up there, they've won, so there's no point in me climbing up. So I was like, okay, time to climb back down.
Yeah.
Maybe if I did climb up, I would have seen the thing, but maybe not. I did not consider like getting a vantage point.
I'm still just like crazed that they actually just put it straight up in a pool. It's not that visible. Like you really can't see it that well. And did Billy go
No.
invisible when you guys were looking for it too, just so you couldn't see his name tag or something?
Yes, he must have done. Either that or he was still recording me in England.
Okay. Yeah, because
Although then again, I swear the
Summer water.
camera quality changed towards the end of the leg for us.
oh, it did for sure. You guys swapped
By the way,
cameras to the bad camera.
did you guys know that the reason Billy chose to record me in England is he thought that we would win most legs, so that
I guess he
got to
predicted
people,
right.
when it got to people going to the pit stop, he wanted to not have to be recording a team.
Wow. Yeah, no. The cameras did change at the end there because you were swapped with the bad camera. So,
Yeah.
but it's all right. So let's just get before we like start wrapping this up. Some overall questions. Throughout your whole experience here, what was probably your favorite moment as a team with Eglin? All legs.
That's a tricky one. Um, there's, God, I don't want to give you guys dead air.
Oh no, it's fine.
I guess. Let me just think of something that was fun.
Were you guys just enjoying the experience then, just kind of just rolling with it, or what?
The thing that I enjoyed the most was when we were like basically any moment we were cruising ahead.
Okay.
that like because during that time we weren't too stressed. We were just like relaxing, running the leg, occasionally cracking jokes at each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys were for sure a fun team to watch.
That was probably my favorite part.
Did you have a favorite challenge?
Favorite challenge?
Like just one you just genuinely enjoyed, just like doing? Like anything stand out in particular or no?
Maybe if anything, the Whomping Willow parkour,
Okay.
because I'm a big fan of the Whomping Willow.
Yeah, leg one was pretty fun. That was a good leg. Not for us
It
really, but
was.
yeah, you guys won by a good bit in like leg 1 too, I think, right? Because you guys just stayed ahead.
Oh yeah,
all
we
four
we
legs.
blazed ahead. Barely had to edit it to make it look closer than it really was. But like we won by like a solid like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, like after like 2 or 3 numbers, and I started realizing, or I guess we talked about before that numbers knew even before we started. But when we always just saw you guys like Eglin or Unique wants their whatever checked, we're just like, there they go in first again, just cruising ahead.
Well, we knew your prelim score before even the first race.
Oh, actually, I've realized what my favorite part of the show was. It was the stupid minecart tracks. I think it was like 3.
Oh yeah.
Where everyone ran around the wrong way. That was hilarious.
And then they had to shut down the show for a little bit, right? Remember that? They had to like
Yeah,
pause the leg.
that was during the roller coaster section. That wasn't so good because I still think that Billy didn't give us as much of a lead after that than.
Oh,
we
you mean
had
the
before.
railroads where everyone went the wrong way, like
Yeah,
just following the
railroads
path?
were. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And
that was
like
funny.
we went round one way, like the other teams went round the other way. We met up like.
Yeah, I think
on
you
the
met up
way
with
round.
us. We didn't know what was going on. We thought you got somewhere and we're heading back or something like that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, they're going the wrong way. No, I think the first reaction was, what the heck are they doing here? Why are they going that way? But then I realized, like, when we got back to the start, I was like, oh my god, they're going the wrong way, and we've just gone around in a big loop.
That's funny. Numbers mentioned your preliminary score. How did that go? Your preliminary round?
Preliminary run.
Yeah. Before leg 1, you know, like your testing to get picked.
I
Remember that?
I don't remember it.
Wait, did you get? Are you saying that you just got picked without doing a round? You had a score, so.
No, because I remember their time was
What,
really
what,
short. That's what you
what was the preliminary run?
So
If you just
basically, all the
minecart
teams that
around
were
and make
chosen
cake.
based on the applications, some of them were
yeah,
picked that they
just
liked, and then you had to go through a test course. Do you remember the test course?
can you remind me of what was on the test course, and I'll see if I can remember it.
Do you remember
It
stuff
started
numbers?
out with cobblestone walls and fences. You had to navigate in between those. Then you had to push a minecart around and get cake, all the materials to make a cake.
Oh, that's right.
Was
Trying to
there,
find stuff.
Yeah,
was there an obstacle with like colored doors?
colored doors.
I don't remember. It does not appear that you remember the preliminary round, though.
No,
Numbers.
I'll have to ask Billy if we did that.
Now that you
And if
mention
we
it,
had
Almost
a
number.
certain
score,
that you did.
if we had a score, I guess we did do it. But I've done so many like game shows and preliminary runs that I
Mhm,
just don't remember all of them. So,
Yeah,
and
this was like
it was well over a year ago, probably.
mhm. Numbers reminded me of another reason why I don't even know how I got in this show. Not only I talked about this in a previous podcast, I think. Not only did I end up on top of the mountain where the pit stop was, but before that there was a challenge to find ingredients to make cake, and Billy had to tell me where one of them was because I could not find it. So I don't know how I got into the show. I guess he just liked my amazing personality, but
You guys have
staying
done well
true to
together.
character, I did not know where to find the ingredients for the cake. I was confused.
You guys did okay. I just remembered I have just remembered the preliminary
Okay,
because
you did that with Iglin, right?
yeah, I think one of the sections was the same as the lobby of their race thing that they did. Their it was like a big race obstacle course thing where
Hmm.
they invited everyone on. One of the areas looked like that. Yeah, I think I remember that now. Um,
Yeah. Numbers or unique. Do you
what
have
are
any
you?
final things you want to say before I go to George's big question to end it off?
George's big
Ooh, I
question.
wanna
Then we got to
I
do
wanna
the hidden pit stop thing.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
wanna talk about you quickly.
Oh, that's kind of
Um,
part of George's thing, so I guess I'll go into that then. Basically, just directed at you. He wants your opinions on the three final teams and just talk about them or whatever.
uh, um, I think, and don't take this the wrong way, I don't think you guys are gonna win,
Yeah.
but but I think I want you to. Um, if I had to pick the team that I think is most likely to win, I'd say probably Stig and George is
Yeah.
who I would put there.
Okay.
Um, I'm not so sure about Yara and Garrett. They're a bit of a wild card, really, because although although they're good, I wouldn't say they're consistent.
That's true. They were very good, or somewhat good near the beginning, and then last leg, or
Uh,
last two legs. Not that they were decent about this leg, but specifically leg four. That's why we kind of.
I just think it would be funny to see the Amazing Race won by two people who did not even know each other going into leg one.
Yeah.
like,
Um, I think
I
Black
think
Team
there'd
are
be something
strangers to
more
game shows
chaotic.
in general, though, too, right?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
That's probably why I wouldn't put them as the winners. Um, because even though Garrett is Mitch's brother, he does not have as much familiarity with game shows
Hmm.
as he's basically none really. I'm pretty sure this is probably like the first one he's ever played.
Hmm. Yeah, I think Billy was talking about we're noobs to game shows too. I mean, besides some random things I've done on my channel, for my viewers who have been here for a while. Ender Show, that's a great game show, isn't it, guys? But besides that, I haven't really done any game shows at all, so I'm pretty much a noob. I didn't count that at all. I think, actually, I think in my application when it said a game show experience, I'm like, oh yeah, I ran a game show. It was like Ender Show, but I'm not really sure that counts. So it doesn't
Hmm.
count. It was a Jeopardy style game. I thought it was funny, but But that's
Anyway,
all
I
the
feel
information
like
I was.
we're getting to the end of my guest appearance here on
Mm-hmm.
the Amazing Reds podcast.
Yeah, no, this has
Uh,
been fun having you, dude. You shared some
thank
nice
you.
insight. Do you want to see the underground factory where the pit stop was that we found?
Oh,
Because we
you
confirmed
know,
it with Billy, and it definitely was a pit stop that was there. We don't know who made it, so that's fun. So this is the underground factory. We were basically placed in this house right here when we finished the leg. I'm not gonna go too much into detail of what we did for exploring and stuff, but we basically were just placed there and said, I think we were told to stay put or whatever. But I
Yeah, like
mean,
we were told to stay within the area, and we
yeah,
thought
stay within the area. I mean, that's kind of loose. We didn't really know that where they put us. Look where they put us. The pit stop's right there. Why would they put us here? Numbers, we're in spectator mode if you want to be able to see us, by the way.
wait, is this where the first pit stop was?
No, the first, I guess we can show where the first stop was. No. So we basically just went down here. This is an underground factory that was pretty fun to explore. Do you remember where the pit stop was here, Numbers?
yes, I believe if we head through Orange Tunnel, that's where it was at.
Okay. So we were just exploring and we just come across a pit stop which we thought was the second pit stop. So we back up from it. Like right here you're saying, Numbers?
This isn't quite right. Let me go into spectator mode.
Okay. But we found a third pit stop and we're like, what? We thought it was the second one at that time. And we didn't realize that this was like a testing thing for one of the I don't know, one of the producers or whatever, that they put a pit stop here. This was going to be the second pit stop, like it was an idea for one. It was going to be underground, but then they ended up just putting it in the carnival. So
That's really interesting. It's interesting to know little tidbits about behind the scenes like that. I always find it pretty interesting.
Yeah, right up here, Roller. If you want to TP me.
okay, yeah, this is where it was. This is even a good spot for a pit stop in general. It looks like a pit stop area. But besides this, what we did was we also got a little bit bored because you have to remember we finished first and we were waiting for orange and blue team. I mean, come on, guys, you took so long. I mean, we went to the hay field.
Spot the difference was hell.
We started making bread. Like what we did, we were in survival or not survival. We were in adventure, but we were able to make bread because you can break stuff. I think in adventure. We go to adventure mode.
No,
Oh, wait,
we were hopping on it. We were jumping on.
Oh,
the
that's right. Okay, so if we were in adventure mode, but we were jumping on the hay to get the hay or whatever, the wheat. So I forgot you could do that. So then I think we found a crafting table, right?
Yeah, there was
Somewhere?
a crafting table at the greenhouse, right
Okay.
over here. If you TP'd me.
So we got some wheat, and I think we shared this with Black Team and stuff because they were waiting too.
Yeah,
Wait, where is the crafting table?
I'm not entirely sure where the crafting table is.
Huh. Anyway, we found a crafting table. I'm just gonna place one for convenience sake, and then we're just like, let's make some bread, and we made some bread. It was great. And then Black Team got here. We were sharing the bread with them, and it was just fun.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Chaz looks like he has another question. How long did it take from when you finished for last place finishing? It was a while. Orange and blue team were having a neck to neck for a while.
Oh, we were in that fairground for like a long time.
And then there's the fact that you guys switched to their detour.
My-
So
My guess is that we were at the fairground for like 5 to 10 minutes before they found the pit stop.
And how long did a detour take?
The detour,
Once
I
you
think
switched?
we were probably in the sort of difference for maybe 25 minutes, and we probably
Oh,
did about
God.
10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes on the other one.
So yeah, Chaz, we were exploring for a while, needless to say. But we never got to explore before because we were always second to last, so we didn't have extra time. Like every single leg we would finish and then leave because that's it. Like, you know? Pretty much anyway. So we definitely just had fun. Although, this was production's fault for putting us here. Like we saw another team at one point and had to go hide. Pretty much. This is a summary of it. I think it was Black Team or whatever. Like we saw another, like their name tags and stuff like that. So we're like, wait, what? How are they near us? We didn't realize we were put so close to the second pit stop. It was kind of dumb, but it's all right. It's all fun in games, I guess. Any final words from you two? I'm pretty set, to be honest. I think this was good.
The alternative place where we got teleported afterwards, I kind of want to show that off. It was like in the mountains somewhere.
Oh, I don't even remember that. Yeah, we can go there. What about you, Unique?
Actually, I do have a few thoughts about just a few tips that I would maybe give people if they wanted to play in a potential season 2.
Sure, let's hear him.
So firstly, just make sure that you interpret your clues correctly.
Hashtag read your
That's the
clue.
biggest one. Read your clues. Yeah. Don't read them too quickly. I would actually say that losing a bit of time by reading clues slowly is better than rushing through your clue and then going the wrong way. Another one is always consider the other detour. If it's not too inconvenient, check both detours before you choose one.
That's a good suggestion. Although if they're too far away, it could make you lose a little bit of time.
The other thing is always consider at every single point, am I looking for something? And if you are, just think about more efficient methods to spot things. Make sure that like if you're looking for like a way through a parkour, see if there's any hints. If you're looking for like something in a big area, see if there's a vantage point you can get. Just some completely random examples that I can think of that have no relevance to me whatsoever.
No, those are some good tips.
Yeah.
Thank you, Unique. But Numbers just teleported me here. Basically, all this is where we were teleported after they found out that we were exploring a little bit too much. By that point, though, Numbers was sporting full diamond armor that he found somewhere in the factory. So he was just flexing on everyone, right?
I found it in the mountainside actually.
Oh, never mind.
Here.
We found like leather armor and stuff. But yeah, this is where we were with Black Team while we were waiting for Orange and Blue. We were just kind of messing around, and yeah, that was it. That's what we do when we're waiting. If you want to know the behind the scenes of what happens after someone finishes and we're waiting, you just parkour. That's about it. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up then, I guess, guys. Right? You guys don't have anything you want to say, Numbers?
Yep, I think I've said everything that I wanted to say.
Epic. Well, I guess we'll see you guys in the finale.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a thing that we're in.
Mm-hmm. I'd be interested to see who wins. I don't know who won, so
Coolio.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. We had a good amount of viewers this time. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll just assume that you all wanted to see Unique, because I mean he's the real star here. Let's be real.
Thank you.
But yeah, don't forget to drop that like if you enjoyed, and we will see you guys next time, I guess. Peace out.
Bye-bye.